Hey guys, alright, I know I haven't posted a video for maybe like 3 weeks or something like that. So a lot of stuff's been going on. I've been doing a lot of work, and you guys know I'm a web designer, and of late I've been really working on the functionality of my website, not so much the content. And I really should be should add or update some stuff on my site, especially the gamer section. And so I decided that I'm going to start cleaning up the gamer section and actually add some stuff. I think it would be really useful is actually, because some of you guys asked me what motherboard should I get, what video card should I get, and I think I'm not going to do a full-blown, gaming portal or whatever, but I'd like to put more references up there that people could use. So, for example, like when I talk about philosophy, I usually like being near my computer so I could pull references from my website in the philosophy section, because I use a lot of definitions and terminology that aren't used anywhere else because I need to remove the humanism from it. I don't mean like the definition of humanism. I mean like how people humanize things. Like the star is trying to grow. The star's not trying to do anything because it doesn't have a mentality. Doesn't have a consciousness. It's not trying to do anything. So stuff like that. So anyway, so I'm going to probably add like a hardware section and general references. So for example, if you're going to get a new motherboard and you want a chipset, one, you need to know that GPU Z, the NVIDIA control panel is not going to be overclocking your CPU if you don't have an NVIDIA chipset. And if you get an NVIDIA chipset, if you get the, say, a 650 or 750 versus a 680 or 780, whether your cards will be running both at 16 or 8x speed when in SLI and other stuff like that. When you get a video card, what the memory interface means, having an 8600 with a 128, and it's already highly clocked, so you're not going to be able to overclock it for squat, versus having a lower clocked card with a higher memory interface, stuff like that. So I'd like to add that stuff to my website. Now, one of the things I have to program all this, because the thing is I do my site in versions. I'm working on the version 20 of my website, which is the 28th version of my website. So generally, the past few versions, I redo everything from scratch. And there's very little copying and pasting of content. I usually revise everything. And I've been trying to make sure that I don't lose content. I've actually been going back as far as like the 24th version of my site, importing content over and whatnot. So one of the things I need to do is I've been cleaning up the cheat codes on my website. But I have a templating system, and basically what I'm trying to do is try to keep my PHP code separate from my HTML, which is separate from my CSS. And the better I separate all this content, the better it is I can update, like, say, when I start working on version 2.9, I don't have to worry about updating the HTML code. And the CSS is basically, I'm working towards finalizing that. So the styling code won't have to be updated, which means I won't have to change the IDs and classes and all that stuff. So basically, the more I separate the content, the more I separate my CSS, my HTML, and my PHP, the more that I retain when I go to a new version. So, and a new version, basically the PHP, the backends, that stuff you don't see, the more functionality I retain, and I can port over to the new version. The more I separate my HTML from my PHP, the more So right now I'm looking at a suggestion from PHP forum I go to, Dev Network. Chris Corbin, I think is how you pronounce his name. I need to work with the view object, which is the model view controller in PHP, which seems to be working with PHP classes. So I'm going to be working with that. Now, I've been earlier in the middle of February, I had a real breakthrough into PHP and MySQL. Working with MySQL, which is the database stuff. So MySQL, if you have no clue what that is, it's basically when you register and you sign in and you save information on a website, it has to be stored in the database. So essentially, I got the MySQL part down, but on my website you'll notice that I'm currently working on preview 4 of version 2.8, and so I've been working with finalizing these. I've been trying to finalize the CSS, which is styling. So if you disable all the CSS on my website, all the styling disappears, and you just whatever the browser does to handle styling on elements. And the reason I've been trying to finalize it is because I can theme out my website by basically taking one CSS file and replacing it with another, which is beautiful. But yeah, I don't have that. I have it implemented so I can do that, but I'm not going to actually do that because what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to take my classic theme and basically copy and paste that and have another theme. The issue is that if I have 102 errors in my classic theme that I'm going to fix after I create my second theme, I now have, if I have 102, now I have 204 errors. So I need to basically, fix out all the errors I have, and that's what I've been working on, is refining my styling and whatnot, so that basically working towards perfection, so I don't have to maintain all that other stuff. And I'm working towards some pretty sweet features when I work on Preview 5, which basically includes allowing you, if you're advanced into CSS, to add your own styling. There's not going to be like a what you see is what you get editor or anything like that, but you will be able to essentially, if you know what you're doing, completely reskin or retheme my website. You'll actually be able to add your own JavaScript functions and stuff, so you could add cool HTML effects and certain behaviors and all that. So it's basically, I'm working on a whole framework to allow you to implement your own stuff on my site. So that's what I've been working on, or building towards, because I am basically working towards a business site. And I'm not building the business site right now so much as I am building the stuff that's going to be featured in it. So the business site is going to be completely separate of my website, but all the features are going to be, they're modular. So I can take them in, I can take them out, and all that stuff. So I've added a tour, and what have I been doing? So I've been working with Firefox 3, I've been working with Internet Explorer 8. So let me show you guys. I tell you guys, don't use Internet Explorer 8, but they've finally been fixing a lot of stuff. They've released the beta 1, and so let me show you Internet Explorer 7 without a patch. So what I do is, with CSS, you can serve one style sheet, and then you can overwrite that style sheet going top to bottom with a second style sheet. So I fix all the, I basically a completely standards compliant style sheet. And then if a browser doesn't follow standards, I serve a second style sheet and fix all the problems. So I'm going to show you guys Internet Explorer 7 here without a style sheet. And I have to work with the camera on the side here. So you can see that the location is a little bit behind the menu. The sidebar doesn't appear there, and when I scroll down here to the sidebar, you can see that the I do some special styling, so that way the label and the form element stretches to the screen. So no matter what your resolution is, it'll stretch. But with this, without the CSS patch, it doesn't do that. Now let me go to Internet Explorer 8. As you can see here, it's perfectly styled here. There's a 1 pixel margin around each of these elements, whatnot. The sidebar is there's no secondary style sheet, and if you watch now, it's very slow with performance here because it is a beta. But if I tab through here, you'll notice that the mouse is here and I have focus here. So Internet Explorer 8 supports CSS 2.1, which is great. So they've been fixing a lot of. So I've been fixing a lot of bugs on my site in regards to Internet Explorer. There is some severe performance issues with Internet Explorer 8. It's a beta, okay, and it's not as far along as, say, Firefox 3. And I'm going to shoot another video for you guys to show you how to block advertisements. So I could do that after I shoot and post this video up here. And I'm just listening to some random metal. I want to, add some metal. Now, anyway, so Internet, not Internet Explorer, Firefox. So here we are. I've got this all. You can actually scroll the tabs. If I don't have enough tabs open, so let me add some tabs. So I'm just scrolling with the mouse wheel and stuff, and they've got some other cool stuff. They're in a beta. So that's my 10-minute limit here, basically. So let me. Next video, I will be posting about AdBlock Plus and my subscription, and I just wanted to show you guys I'm working on some stuff on my site, but I'm working on gaming stuff. So once I get this PHP model down, I have it all working, I'm going to be posting some references, and I'll let you guys know about that stuff. So I'll post some more videos. I'm not ignoring you guys. I haven't died. So I will see you guys later. Bye.